Okay, thank you, Julie. Yeah, sorry, I'll talk about these other ones. So we were actually going to run a poll. However, we didn't get a time to get that out. But I did an informal poll to just talk to other practitioners and claimants, particularly refundable ones, about whether they'd seen assessments coming. And overall, the trend is positive. So most of the feedback has been, yes, we've been seeing assessments come. And there was a bit of a panic before when things shut down. IRAP, again, IRAP's actually kind of stepped to the plate here as well, in that they've got another program called the IAP program and it's a $250 million allocation that they made for any of the high-tech companies, so technology-based companies who didn't qualify for the standard wage subsidy for normal companies for whatever reason. So you didn't qualify because there's some criteria, but you're high-tech. You can instead basically get all the same benefits through this program, and it circumvents the requirements of the CEWS program. I've also, and I won't get into the wage subsidy program. One of our other presenters, Elizabeth, has on her website put a nice little summary of how it works, but it's basically up to $10,000 per employee at $850 a week. Okay. One of the other things that's coming up is the question, well, if I have a wage subsidy and let's say the person is doing research at that point, maybe they can work online or whatever, is it government assistance? And the answer is yes. So the work that they're doing that you're getting paid for by the government through these subsidies will in fact be government assistance if you're claiming that portion of the wages on the SR&ED return, and that's pretty much the effects. A high level overview of the main effects for COVID on the current SR&ED situation. Okay, one thing I'd say is that our last section on the tax cases is going to be probably fairly long. So why don't we do? I'll hand it over to Earl to do some questions on the COVID or field any. But if we don't run too long on that, maybe say 10 minutes or so or less, we can maybe jump into the tax cases. And as I said, I think that we may need all that time in order to finish by the deadline. So I'll hand it over to you, Earl, if there's any questions at this point, and then if not, I'll continue on the into the tax cases.
Oh, can you hear me? It's Russ.
Yeah, go ahead, Russ. Yep.
I just wanted to reinforce what you said. Certainly there's going to be reviews and attention given to what is filed and what's in the street process by CRA. Government has basically said that. And any of us who've been around for years in the program, here's what goes into this incentive mode. And some individuals take advantage of that. That happens, it's really damaging. Not necessarily. That's my one comment on that. Thanks to you.
All right, thanks, Russ. Any other comments? Okay, I think in COVID things are relatively positive from an SR&ED standpoint, as positive as they can be, in that, like I say, a lot of the funds were released without detailed reviews, so no complaints there, as Julia said.